that's where, at the time, there was a Mile High Comics store, comic book shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there, isn't it?
I think it might still be there.
They just moved it to like an upstairs. Or something.
So I had like a pretty bad comic book addiction going on. I had a bad problem with like buying comic books, and I was so obsessed with getting this one comic book. I can't even remember right now what it was. It's probably like one of those Todd McFarlane Spawn comics that I was into at the time, like some monsters and big muscly Spawn guy or whatever, like I'll send you to hell and all this. And I remember like it was something weird where like they were closing, the shop was closing, and like I was trying to like get out of work in time to like run across the street and like buy this comic because it was like brand new. It had just come out that day. And I remember like I closed out my drawer, my cash register drawer, and I like punched out on the clock and I grabbed my coat and I was like running out the door, and like I have to like wait at the stoplight at the crosswalk, and I'm like, come on, this traffic is, and I'm like running halfway across the street and like jumping up and down in the middle of in the median or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm so impatient, like looking at my watch, like they're gonna close, and I can see it, it's right there, and I'm like, damn it, and like run through the traffic and like just run up because it's like on the second floor, and I got to the door and like the girl had like locked the door and she was walking back, and I was like, no. I'm like pounding on the door, this big glass door, like, you motherfucker, like cursing, and like I'm like, no, and she's like, we're closed, I already closed the thing, like, no, we're closed, come back tomorrow. And I had like a fucking meltdown in front of the comic book store, like, I want that comic.